So the two Dragon cars at the back, Loic Duval and Jerome D'Ambrosio, are lined up in position. On the right-hand side, as we look at it, is the pole man, Oliver Turvey, on his 30th birthday. Alongside him on the front row is Jose Maria Lopez. Jean-Eric Verne and Nick Heidfeld in third and fourth. All 5 lights are on, and we go green in Mexico City. Good start from Oliver Turvey. Very good start as well from Jean-Eric Verne. Can he challenge on the run down towards the first corner? Couldn't quite find the inside line, and that's going to allow Heidfeld through. Heidfeld's into third place. Are we all going to get through safely further back? Looks as though we are just about. De Grassi does a little bit of grass cutting, loses out as a result to Nico Prost as he accelerates through this long right-hander. Now we come into turn 3. Turvey leading, second for Lopez, third for Heidfeld, fourth for Byrne, fifth for Byrne, sixth for... Oh, and there's an accident in there, and that is going to be Maro Engel, who's gone into the back of Lucas De Grassi. De Grassi will hope he hasn't picked up too much damage there. We'll keep an eye out on that apt car further back. Oh, his rear wing.
It's gone,
rear wing's gone.
And that will not make a massive difference aerodynamically, but he's going to have to pit anyway in case it flies off and causes contact with another car. But Oliver Turvey leading the race here. And
Buemi's lost a place to Felix Rosenqvist, so Sebastian Buemi has dropped down into 8th position. He's in the first of the blue and yellow cars. There you can see the damage on the back of Lucas De Grassi's car. There's no doubt he will be forced to come into the pits.
Yeah, and it's rubbing the tyre just a little bit as well, but yeah, he's going to have to come in there. I don't know, they're going to come in at the point that suits their strategy the best. The officials are going to be black flagging them too. We've talked about a strategy lap 23. Oh, massive lock-up!
And Da Costa is not getting that one stopped, Dizzy, as he flies on at turn 1, tries to rejoin the circuit, everyone avoids. Further back there's a bit of chaos as well, but that was Da Costa, I think, trying to get past Sam Bird, and then ended up going straight on, and as a result, and there's a yellow flag, double yellows. What's happened up here? I think it's just for some bodywork on the circuit by the looks of things. Oh, and there's a crunch as well for Jerome D'Ambrosio. Nelson Piquet has dropped now to the back of the pack. Turvey, Lopez, Heidfeld, Verne, Bird, Rosenqvist, Buemi, the top 7. Carroll, Evans and Gutierrez completing the top 10.
It's all happening, isn't it? It's
lap 2 of 45. It's such a quick lap as well. Oh no, and there is Mauro Engel in the pits. Sorry, Stefan Sarrazin, my apologies, in the pits. And that is not good news. Away he goes now.
Safety car deployed.
Yeah, so safety car deployed. Coming in. And that's Lucas De Grassi saying he's coming in. So keep an eye out on that apt car. There he goes now. And they'll try and change the car behind the safety car. Will they fix the rear wing? That's going to be the question, or swap cars.
I think this is the back end of the car is a fairly quick fix. I would think probably 4 bolts.
Because if they can fix the rear wing, he'll be back on the rest of the pack, and this is almost identical to Hong Kong, isn't it?
Exactly, Jack. If he has to change cars here, the day's over. The most he can hope for is a fastest lap, and yeah, he's looking for more. Nelson Piquet running P last at the moment. Yeah, they're going to change it.
Here we go. So, and the good news for De Grassi is it's a safety car, not a full course yellow. If it were a full course yellow, then they would have to come out of the pits at a slow speed. If it's a safety car, he can zoom back up, as long as he doesn't lose a lap.
And these boys practice this. They practice all the time. They've actually just broken it again. I don't know, they've broken the whole wing now, trying to get it off.
Oh, give it a pull, lads.
Yeah, the mountings, though, they've got to get the mountings replaced. That's the whole point. Yeah, this is not going according to plan.
Yeah, well, the rest of the train is still only in the first sector. So if they can get this on before, then we'll be all right.
This will feel like a day. Oh, he's sitting there and he's got no concept of time. You know, a second feels like a day.
There we go.
Fantastic.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it. So he's now rejoined the circuit on the same lap as the cars in front. He can now go.
Cars are entering the start-finish straight now, Lucas. Take care of energy usage.
Exactly.
Try to close the gap.
That's the key. He's got to close the gap, but in the slowest possible fashion, because he doesn't want to put himself at a bigger disadvantage.
Now let's have a look here. Keep an eye out on Lucas De Grassi. Here he comes now. He's on the outside in that yellow and green apt car. Goes side by side with Nico Prost, and then everyone sort of slows down. And I mean, Maro Engel comes in there at 100 miles an hour.
Was it a brake issue, or because he was came from so far back?
Well, it was a classic concertina, though, wasn't it? Because De Grassi almost came to a stop.
Yeah, but
in fairness to Engel,
Jack, that was massive from a massive distance back at a slow speed.
Now, Nico Prost was just given the meatball flag, the black flag with orange disc for mechanical damage on that car. Let's see what happens to him.
Yeah, that's very true, and he's come into the pits in actual fact, Bobby. He was in 12th place, but has now pitted. Here's a look at, so what was, Da Costa went on the outside of Sam Bird, and then just,
He just braked too late. I don't know if he was unsighted because of that, because he's pulled out and I thought, oh no, too late. Jumped on the brakes. And he was lucky when he came back on there, because again, that is a blind corner. The guys were unsighted coming in, and he was lucky not to get hit.
So we're still behind the safety car. Lucas de Grassi, as the Renault team swap the front nose, the nose, I get in trouble for saying front nose because there isn't a back nose, but the nose of Nico Prost, and he too will now rejoin probably at the back behind Lucas de Grassi. De Grassi has joined the back of the queue now. Yes, he has. So he is on the back of the pack. Oh no, he's come out in the middle there.
And he's ahead, yeah. He's
Don't quite know how that's...
Well, it was a long stop for de Grassi. It was a much more efficient stop for Prost.
And actually, the cars look like they're going slower than they do in the pit lane almost.
Oh yeah. But there's a rule now, you cannot gain advantage by going down pit lane. It used to be you could sort of, I think somebody did it in Hong Kong, they went down pit lane and gained no advantage. You cannot do that. It's written in the rules.
I think we hardly used any.
Kirby.
Copy that. Copy that.
Once they're talking about regen.
Safety cars in this lap. Safety cars in this lap.
Well, I was just about to say that. The safety car is coming in this lap. Lap 4 of 45. Here's a look at the start again, and it was a slow start for Lopez in second place, but Verne was on the outside.
Yeah, but Oliver Turvey's start was an absolute peach, wasn't it? And everybody played nice here. They block up from one of the Jaguars.
I think it was Piquet sending it down the inside. So yeah, Turvey, no problems at all. Really good start from Mitch Evans as well, as he tried to slide his way through.
Gutierrez didn't make such a good start, but again, he's his first one.
And then here we go, all very busy. De Grassi locks up, but here come the cars now out of the final corner. The safety car pulls in, and Oliver Turvey will get to decide when to floor the throttle.
Nailed it there. Concertina had slowed the pack down, got a good run out of the chicane though. Has he got enough advantage? How brave is Lopez feeling? He's going to be brave from that far back though.
Across the line to start lap 5 of 45. Turvey leading the way for Next EV Neo. Second is the DS Virgin car of Jose Maria Lopez. Third, Nick Heidfeld. Fourth, Jean-Eric Verne. Championship leader Sebastian Buemi, 7th.
Very surprised how conservative everybody was there, because obviously the brakes are cold. They didn't get a chance to warm them up. They were going so slowly behind the safety car. But, yeah, surprisingly action-packed free. That
still 1.25. 1.25 target.
Now that safety car gives everybody a bit of a breathing room on energy consumption, so they can run it a bit harder now. And like we said, the 23-22 pitting on lap 23 and then going the next 22 laps is probably the faster of the two strategies, but apparently it's very close between the two of them. And Lopez is right there again.
Yeah, Nick Heidfeld is slightly slower than everyone else, isn't he? Because these two are starting to pull away, and now, actually, Lopez is looking racy on the back of Oliver Turvey. Turvey's looking to get his first single-seater victory since the 2009-10 GP2 Asia Series. Thanks to Daniel on Twitter for that information. But a long time since Oliver Turvey grabbed a single-seater race victory as he gets on the brakes into the first corner, but he's managed to edge that gap a little bit to 0.6 of a second as they cross the line. There's the attack, and through goes Buemi past Felix Rosenqvist and up into 6th position. So championship leader Buemi takes a place and is up to 6th. And now Adam Carroll's going to try and follow through, is he, as they come into the chicane. Mitch Evans is trying to go around the outside of his teammate, but so great to see the Jaguars up there front. The front wing.
I know what you meant, Jack.
Yeah. There's the
That's
replay
a late
of Buemi.
move.
Yeah.
Let's see how quickly he closes the gap to the cars in front, because the pace clearly is not in doubt.
That's Mitch Evans in the second of the two Jaguars, up behind his teammate Adam Carroll. Here's Turvey and Lopez though. Lopez looks really strong through the stadium, closes right up, and then Turvey manages to stretch his legs sort of here and through the final chicane.
Turvey's exit of the final chicane is really good. I'll tell you, that Next EV Neo car is not slow in a straight line.
So look at the margin he's built up now already. Now Jean-Eric Verne is starting to look interested in taking 3rd place away from the red and white Mahindra there of Nick Heidfeld. Verne is in the black and gold Techeetah car behind. Isn't quite close enough, but he's got Sam Bird behind him in the purple and silver DS Virgin car. Darty there. Looked like it was Antonio Felix da Costa again getting racy, and it was. And he chucks it up the inside of Esteban Gutierrez and goes past. Robin Franks is trying to go through as well up the inside. Side by side through 2. They're going to be side by side into 3. Franks should be able to get this job done, and he does. So Gutierrez loses a couple of places, drops down now to 13th position.
This is the hardest thing for a new driver to Formula E. He's trying to master the energy saving and keep the pace up too.
There was the move from Da Costa past Gutierrez.
Put him offline, got dirt on the tyres, and everybody takes advantage of it. They're sitting there like sharks waiting.
Now, as soon as Buemi got in the clear, he set the fastest lap straight away, and is very quickly up onto the back of Sam Bird, just 0.3 of a second behind him. As they filter that, and we've now got this sort of 4-car queue behind Nick Heidfeld. On board we go with Jose Maria Lopez, running in second place as he comes out of the final corner, chasing down Oliver Turvey, but they look fairly line astern. It's third, fourth, fifth and sixth that is going to get punchy before too long. Buemi again setting the fastest lap of the race.
I want to have a closer look at the front wing on Jean-Eric Vergne's car. It looked like it was a little loose over the curbs. I think it was him. It was a shot from quite a way back when he hit the curb. Let's see. Am I imagining? No, I'm imagining things.
Lopez made a mistake into that chicane, so as a result he's dropped even further back from Turvey, went in a little bit too deep. Gutierrez has now dropped down to 17th. I think something must have gone on with Gutierrez because he was 13th and then he lost 5 positions in about half a lap, and all separated by about 3 or 4 seconds. So something has gone on there with Esteban Gutierrez. This is the battle though. Third for Heidfeld, fourth for Vergne, 4/10 behind, then Sam Bird, then Sebastian Buemi. There, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Loving the fact that the Jaguars are sitting there line astern as well. The cars in front are not getting away from them, and they're looking competitive.
Look at usable energy on the left-hand side. Turvey a couple of % less than Lopez at the moment, so we will wait and see how that unfolds. A little look up the inside from Sebastian Buemi, but Buemi will know, being behind Sam Bird, tricky man to pass, as he discovered in season 2. And Maro Engel's doing a good job, running in 10th position at the moment. And then further back you've got the Dragon cars. De Grassi then is running in 19th place, ahead of Stefan Sarazan, but he's on the back of the rest of the pack, just behind Esteban Gutierrez.
It's Maro Engel's front wing, I think, is
okay.
yeah, obviously after hitting De Grassi.
So here's a look at the fan boost, and Lucas De Grassi is one of the 3 drivers to have won the fan boost. Daniel Abt is the other, both Abt Schaeffler Audi Sport drivers winning it, and Sebastian Buemi is the 3rd man. So those 3 in their second car will all get an extra power boost. Buemi right up the back of Sam Bird at the moment. Current positions on the tower on the left-hand side. Nick Heidfeld is doing a good job because, yes, he's holding these guys up, but he's still in front of them, and he hasn't got, you know, he's on the same amount of usable energy.
Watch Buemi here into turn 1. Is he going to come steaming down the inside? But no,
there are the 2 Jaguars. Where's Buemi?
No.
Oh, very, very close.
Though.
Bird's going to have to defend this one pretty soon.
Especially into 3, where they're turning and braking at the same time. A very, very tricky braking zone there. You almost defend yourself though, that line, in such an early turn in. Certainly in race conditions you can make the car quite wide quite easily. If you make a move in this next segment in the stadium, I would say it could be very brave.
Laura Leslie's just got in touch using hashtag Mexico City E-Prix. And you remember that comment about Oliver Turvey not winning a single-seater race since 2010? No, I was right, but not as bad as Nick Heidfeld, who hasn't won a single-seater race since Austria in 1999 in International Formula 3000. Incredible stuff. Obviously, he had a very successful Formula 1 career, and he's really holding everyone up.
Now, yeah, Jev is all over the back of him. I think Jean-Eric's got to get past here if he wants any chance of catching those cars in front. He's got to get past.
Same is true for Buemi, I think, as well.
Yep.
Down into turn 1, arriving at huge speed, but Heidfeld is doing the job at the moment. In that 3rd position for the Mahindra team. On board we go with Sebastian Buemi, the championship leader who's won every race so far. Heidfeld was brave enough to take a wide line into that chicane. He knows Vergne's not going to do anything silly.
If Vergne goes in and overextends, he's liable to lock the rears and spin. It is a critical point. The Formula E car is difficult to actually... Talk about targets. Formula E car is actually difficult to brake in a straight line, never mind when you're turning and braking too. It's quite a challenge for them.
Turvey is struggling here with energy. Look, he's on 58%. Lopez behind him is on 61%, and tucked right up behind the next EV Neo machine. So I think Turvey has got his work cut out if he's to win this E-Prix.
Yeah, he's hoping for another safety car at this point. But look how well he gets off that last chicane. If I was him right now, I would be tempted to start holding up Lopez through that stadium section just a little bit more.
Copy.
Right surprised they're not shouting at him a bit more about energy consumption.
Yeah, well, maybe they're happy with it. Maybe DS Virgin are going to go
A lap longer?
yeah, potentially, because this safety car period will have mixed things up a little.
And if I could add up quickly enough, I would do that some, but I haven't got a clue, to be honest.
Well, it's usually sort of...
He clipped the wall. Sam Bird
Did he?
clipped that inside wall, I think.
Oh.
God, he's getting close to them. We saw Lopez do it earlier on. Actually, on his in-lap, he clipped the wall on the last chicane. There's Lopez, really close.
Lap 12 of 45.
Now, you see with Lopez, he's managing to keep it a little tighter everywhere than Oliver Turvey. He's a bit more in control, and that to me shows a car that he's clearly quicker than the car in front. He's feeling in control, and he's just setting him up. Where is he going to pass him? And without risk. That's the mind of an experienced driver like Lopez.
Those two Jaguars behind are using an awful lot of energy keeping up with the gang in front.
Yeah, same.
Don't need to overtake Turvey. Oh, but is that Turvey slowing? Is that Oliver Turvey slowing down? The race leader down the start-finish straight. We're on board with Lopez, but Turvey is slowing down.
If you stop, you
There he
have
is.
to reboot. If you
From the
stop,
lead
you
of
have
the
to
race,
reboot.
Oliver Turvey has run into trouble.
Heartbreak.
What a shame for the Englishman.
Unfortunately, you have to recycle.
Recycle means turn it off and on again. And what a gutting moment for the man from Penrith. Well, just as Lopez was told, you don't need to overtake Turvey. Turvey came to a standstill.
Remember the time frame between the recycles.
You've got to obviously wait a certain amount of time on a recycle, and again, it's going to feel like minutes as he's sitting there watching it drive by and drive off into the distance.
Oh, such a shame. Such a shame. That means this queue is now over second place.
To continue with your car?
That's race director Ollie Grodowski asking Turvey if he can continue.
Have you got going again?
Everyone wants to know if he's got going again.
Nope.
But he hasn't.
It goes a lap down here, it's really all over, isn't it?
Yeah, indeed. Such a shame for Turvey. His first ever Formula E pole position on his 30th birthday. And there we go.
Ground shift on the dash, ground shift on the dash.
Ground shift on the dash. Before too long, here they're going to have to call a full course yellow if he doesn't get going, because he isn't, frankly, anywhere near the racing line.
You need assistance, or can you move the car?
But that's why Grodowski's saying if you need to move...
Just trying to reset.
The problem is if somebody goes out there, clips the grass and comes back over, they
Okay,
can't collect all of
just
it.
keep trying to
But
reset.
they are under
Just
a yellow
try
flag
to reset
at that
everything.
corner, so, in theory, it should be all right.
In theory, you've got
Yes, exactly.
19,
Forget about racing cars.
90 crazy racing drivers out there. Come on, Jack, you know better than that.
Yes, indeed. So that 14 of 45 here, race leader Oliver Turvey has broken down on the circuit, and that means Jose Maria Lopez.
There's a ground shift yellow banner on the top, and it will. I don't know how to get rid of it.
Well, and now he's gone a lap down. It's game over anyway for
Yeah.
Turvey. So we'll keep an eye on him. Hopefully he'll get going again, and so we don't have to have a safety car or most likely a full course yellow. But it's Lopez leading the way now. Nick Heidfeld in second place there, and he is heading that queue. And I'm a little bit surprised how Buemi hasn't just hasn't rattled past these guys, to be honest with you.
In the main passing zone right now, Oliver Turvey's parked, so it's a yellow if he was actually going to attempt anything there. Well, we've also seen the first car in Formula E races tend to be a bit more easy going, and then everybody goes mad on the second one.
Yeah, indeed. So now the Jaguars starting to slow up the queue behind. Mauro Engel is in that black Venturi in 9th position. It's Carroll ahead of Evans for Jaguar. And then it's the two racy Andretti dudes. Antonio Felix da Costa in 10th, Robin Freins in 11th position at the moment. Then Prost is in 12th, Abt 13th. Still de Grassi hasn't made much progress and is down in 17th position. And is using up more energy than the folks around him. So obviously that was because he went sort of full speed to catch up to the rest of the pack. But it's not working out for de Grassi either. But what a queue now we've got behind the Jaguars.
Yeah, we're seeing both the Jaguar boys are fighting as hard as they can, and you've got two very different drivers there. You've got both with massive talent. You Adam Carroll talking there on the radio, a real standout GP2, just didn't have that money to get the neck. His front wing's broken too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Didn't have the money to get up to Formula 1.
Now, did someone just try to overtake coming down into turn 1? We need to get a replay of that because it was all kicking off, and now here comes Daniel Abt up the inside of Nico Prost coming into turn number 3, and he goes through then. So Daniel Abt up into 12th place, but it looked like they were going side by side into turn 1 from the little sort of end of shot I saw a moment ago. That if
we
so,
think that was Daniel Abt going side by side, or someone else? I didn't see it. I was looking at the time screen.
I think so.
Wow.
Well, and now the safety car is deployed. The safety car is deployed. Look at this. Yeah, it was Prost lunging one up the inside. Clear yellow flags. Okay, he backed out of it, but that's not cool.
No, he's clearly not. He's made a mistake. You know, he's obviously. There's Oliver Turvey. You know, a nicer guy, especially amongst racing drivers.
Well, he bought
nicer
me
guys.
dinner once.
He bought others there too.
Which for being a racing driver is astonishing.
Exactly, but he's just a great guy, fiercely competitive, and that just sucks. What a shame. Absolute shame.
So, safety car is deployed. We can now go and hear from Jerry Hughes, who is the team principal of the Next EV Neo team. And as Oliver Turvey cuts a lonely figure walking back through the Mexico City Park, we can hear from him now. He's talking to Nicky Shields.
Jerry, obviously really disappointing to see Oliver stop out on track. Can you give us a bit of an insight into what's happened?
Yes, bitterly disappointing for Oliver. Would appear coming over the start-finish line on that last lap for him, he's had a battery-related incident. The car is shut down and we're not able to recycle it. So unfortunately, he's stranded out on track.
And was there a pre-existing issue with that battery? Have you had problems with it before, or is it just one of those things?
No pre-consisting conditions, and unfortunately it appears to be something that's happened in the race.
Okay, thanks very much. Oh, there's Oliver.
Yep, there is Oliver. Good spot, Nicky, as Turvey traipses his way back up. Happy birthday, mate.
Sometimes it's better to keep your helmet on. I mean, you just, what can he say right now?
Now, Jerome D'Ambrosio just pitted.
Well, the window opens. Safety car window opens on 19.
Really? So 19 is the sort of earliest lap where you could get away with doing a pit stop.
Yeah, but you're going to have to be.
He's going to have to be, but he was down at the back, so they've gone punchy. And actually, Nico Prost, we've just had a translation through from that radio message we heard. Thank you very much, Nina, saying, do we box this lap or not, or stay out? And they said, stay out. Here's a look at Jerome D'Ambrosio.
Oh, he hit his teammate.
Well, maybe that was just as the safety car was deployed.
I think it was,
It must have been, but...
And again, that area, you're kind of blind. You're constantly turning, so it's very difficult to see the flags.
Jose Maria Lopez has been told that your battery temperature is fine, but stay out. We're working on the strategy.
It's probably a good idea then, in case you don't know what to do, just leave him out there.
Yeah, indeed.
He's done a great job so far.
Now, Lopez had just put in a mega lap and built his lead up to 2.4 seconds over the rest of the pack. Look how much usable energy Felix Rosenqvist has got, lurking in 6th spot.
Okay, and energy, please.
Yep.
So he's got 41% remaining. But these guys have got a long way to go, because you can... it's about 6% a lap.
Under green conditions.
Under green conditions. Yeah. So, and into the pits now comes...
Was it
I'll tell you in a moment. Yeah, I think it was Di Grassi, because it was the second of the apt cars into the pits. And yes, it is Lucas Di Grassi. So he's gone for a little bit of a gambler as well.
I believe this is what the Americans call a Hail Mary. This is just a bit of a gamble and just hoping things fall your way. But what we saw in Hong Kong, it's absolutely possible. Look at those eyes in that helmet. He is mad. He is furious and upset, Oliver Turvey.
So into the pits comes Lucas Di Grassi, minimum pit stop time of 60 seconds.
See the flick of oversteers, he turned it in there.
Scares the lollipop man, doesn't it?
I wouldn't do that job for all the tea in China. no way.
You wouldn't do that job for Team China, did you say?
He does. Whatever, Jack.
Lap 18 of 45. Sorry, everybody. And Jose Maria Lopez is leading the way. The Argentinian. Nick Heidfeld in 2nd spot, 3rd for Jean-Eric Verne. You can see the tower there on the left-hand side. Safety car in this lap.
So at this point, from now on, until you accelerate with the safety car, as you see Lucas Di Grassi leave, from now on you're going to be trying to heat the tyres, heat the brakes up to get maximum effect on that first lap.
Now Di Grassi, I think he may just about catch the back of this pack again. So he'll be at the back of the pack again, and he'll have to cruise around, I mean, pretty steadily. These guys have got more than a quarter of their usable energy remaining.
No, it's a tough one. They put themselves in a big, difficult position, but it's a big gamble. But it could pay off. Stranger things have happened. They're smarter, I think, and they've got better calculators than we have sitting in here.
We got your brain, Darren.
Yeah, that's the problem. As we know, that's been a bit damaged.
Yeah, just a bit. So here comes the safety car into the pits. Jose Maria Lopez then fires the car up. The safety car came in after Oliver Turvey broke down from the race lead, and now we're under green flag conditions here in FIA Formula E. It's the Julius Baer Mexico City Prix, and Jose Maria Lopez is leading the way over the start line. The red and white Mahindra of Nick Heidfeld is in second place. Third is Jean-Eric Verne for Techeetah. Fourth, the DS Virgin Machine of Sandberg. Fifth is our championship leader, Sebastian Buemi. As they get on the brakes into turn one, you can see the rest of the order there on the tower on the left-hand side. The percentage is the usable energy remaining, so D'Ambrosio and Di Grassi in 18th and 19th places have already switched into their second car.
Beautiful restart from Lopez, absolutely great. You know, obviously a new sensation for him leading a Formula E race, but he just nailed it, took off, and that was it. Can he keep that advantage? Heidfeld to me looks the one right now that's going to be under attack pretty soon, as we see here.
Yeah, indeed, lap 19 of 45. Buemi now has emerged to have a little bit more usable energy than, for example, Jean-Eric Verne in third, but no more than Felix Rosenquist behind, who's done a very good job. That safety car period seemed to help the Jaguars for some reason. They're now on the same energy level as everyone else, so they come out of the final corner again. Look at Lopez stretching out that lead.
You know, sometimes they have better programs using, and a motor will have a better way of, under caution, of using less energy, and than it does at full power. And maybe the Jaguar has that, and clearly it's helped them, which is great. Look, they're still in the fight, 7th and 8th right now.
Personal bests all in the first sector.
We're side by side just behind the Jaguars here.
Yeah, that's Antonio Felix da Costa, and he is
Engel
holding off Maro Engel at the moment.
With the wonky front wing.
And that is 9th, 10th and 11th for da Costa, Engel and Freinz, the Andretti and the Venturi, and then the other Andretti. What a difficult day this is turning into, though, for the front runners, apart from Sebastian Buemi. Not having the easiest of days, of course, but 5th place is better than the rest of the Abt and Renault guys who are
same energy. Jev, 1% less energy.
That's Bird being
All those
told.
in front, 1% less energy.
Well,
Jack, did you just curse them again?
Oh, probably. What did I say now? I don't really listen to myself when I talk.
I will say that Loic Duval is looking for you after your comment.
6.9.
Well, I said that. Then Duval crashed. Then D'Ambrosio got a grid penalty.
Yeah.
So I popped in to see the Dragon chaps. I wasn't very welcome in that Faraday Future Dragon team. So Lopez it is leading the way. Heidfeld in second place, Verne in third, Bird in fourth, Buemi in fifth. Here is Mitch Evans under pressure from Antonio Felix da Costa in their battle over 8th position, but it's still just this queue behind Heidfeld. He's doing a good job. He's holding them off, but he's got the same amount of usable energy. Yeah,
he's quick in the right spots. You've got to be quick off of that last chicane and out, through turn 2. Really, after that, it's going to be a do or die manoeuvre, a very low percentage manoeuvre to take position.
Lap 21 of 45.
And one of the reasons for that, Jack, it's so dirty offline. We've talked about it today. It's so dirty. If you go offline, your grip on braking is really reduced, and it makes it much more difficult.
So look how close actually Jean-Eric Verne is this time to Nick Heidfeld. This is the closest he's been in quite a while. The battle for second place
Give me your energy and
is on, coming down towards the first corner. Heidfeld knows he's going to think about coming.
Now,
not quite close enough, late on the brakes.
As they come down there, that corner is blind. It's very difficult to get a reference point. It narrows down as well.
Copy.
Talking about energy numbers.
We go for 24 laps, 24 laps.
24.
So that's Jean-Eric Verne, they're going for 24 laps.
Which to me means they're going to be pushing even harder on the second car with less need for lift and coast.
And they should be able to, I mean, we're just about
to complete... You have enough energy to go to run without lifting for 24 laps now.
Okay.
There you go. And we talk about lift and coast, and everybody thinks, yeah, it's good of saving energy, so driving down the road.
In the stadium, I didn't hear you.
You're having radio problems in the stadium.
I will repeat later.
Yeah, but so lift and coast, basically you're swapping your top straight line speed, your ultimate high speed, your VMAX on the straight. You're lifting early, so you're going slower into the braking zone, so you brake later.
24.04.
And your entry and mid corner speed is actually higher than in a normal lap. So
you will start the ratings this lap.
Well,
so during the lap, 2 clicks backward.
Brake balance, 2 clicks backwards.
Okay, is that because he won't have enough energy into the regen, won't be working in quite the same way as it was before?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Sam Bird's sitting there just holding position right now, isn't he? Looks...
Previous lap, the fastest lap of the race set by Jose Maria Lopez, a 1 minute 3.735. You get a point for the fastest lap of the race as well, and he's not using noticeably more usable energy than the folks behind.
He's a fast learner, that boy. You can see that piece of concrete they're just driving over right now. That's got zero grip, and it's incredibly bumpy, so the boys have found that quite a challenge today.
Lovely bit of Artex on the floor. Two more laps to Sam Bird, so that's everyone else. We're coming to, we're on lap 23, so they're telling Sam Bird 2 more laps, but they were telling Verne lap 24.
2.96.
So, interesting one for them as they come down into that corner. It looks as though Rosenqvist is going to go for another lap here. So watch out for Felix Rosenqvist in 6th place. He's going to get another lap out of this. Just as he tried to do in wherever we were last, Argentina, but his car broke down in the pit stop. So keep an eye out for Rosenqvist because he could have even more usable energy on this next tour.
And in P16 we see Gutierrez at 4% here. That's just because this is all new to him. You know, give him a chance, and he is actually in the pits. No, sorry, Sarazan is in the pits. Gutierrez will be coming in this lap, and he might have to go a little easy on the rest of the lap.
So through the stadium section they come.
Rosenqvist radio's up, but he's not saying anything.
Buemi in 5th place at the moment, Rosenqvist behind him in 6th. Da Costa's got past Mitch Evans, so that means Carroll is the first of the Jaguars in 7th place. Then it's Da Costa, Evans and Engel completing the top 10.
And someone's in.
Yep, and it's Verne. Verne coming in with 6% remaining.
I think he just wants clear track. His pace has been there all day. He's been held up, in my opinion, and so he's going to try and mix some hay where the sun shines.
Like a sort of undercut that you do with tyres.
Exactly, and then he'll start backing off if he has to.
But the problem is, the minimum pit stop time here is 1 minute.
Yes.
A lap takes 1 minute 4 seons, so to me he's going to come out almost identical to where he came in. Well, they're going to come in, yes. Sorry. Very clever, very clever.
Unusually so.
Yeah, so Lopez leads, Heidfeld second, Bird up to 3rd. De Grassi's jumped up to 13th. Keep an eye on him and D'Ambrosio as well in 13th and 14th. You can see they've already pitted. They're going to be in real tough times, as out of the pits comes Jean-Eric Verne again. But now we're expecting to see the race leader come in, Jose Maria Lopez.
Box. Here we go.
Box for Lopez.
I would imagine everybody else too.
Unless Buemi could get another lap. Can Buemi get another lap? He and Rosenqvist are on 5%.
No way.
They're all coming in. So Rosenqvist tried to eke it out, but couldn't quite. It's fascinating when you have the safety cars, the strategy goes up in the air, and we don't see them coming in at 1% like they did before. Prost's gone for it. Nico Prost has gone for another lap.
That's brave. Duval's looking really good at 8% there.
So let's see what happens here. Into the pits comes Jose Maria Lopez. Heidfeld in as well, swapping over cars. Nico Prost has moved into the lead of the race while he is still out in front, having not made a pit stop. There's Sebastian Buemi swapping over. Now the crucial thing is going to be Jean-Eric Verne. Where is Jean-Eric Verne? He's come through the middle sector and set the fastest middle sector of anyone, Jean-Eric Verne. This could be that early pit stop, the race-defining moment.
Yellow at turn 3.
It's a yellow flag out at turn 3. Lopez is waiting for his chance to go. Out he goes now. Where's Verne coming out of the final corner? Who is going to take the lead? It's 3 abreast in the pit lane further back. He's going to just about hold it, I think, Lopez, but Verne will be right up to speed. Here they come into the right-hander. And he's through.
Be careful, turn 3, yellow flag, turn 3.
Has he made it through?
Yes.
It's difficult to... But there he is. No, but that's Sam Bird.
No.
Yeah. And there's a yellow flag there,
now
so there's Lopez. Lopez leads, and it's second place now for Jean-Eric Verne. It was a bad stop for Heidfeld. That's all that's happened there. A bad stop for Nick Heidfeld.
Two clicks to the front.
Has dropped him down the order.
And you can then tell him to move the brake balance around. Here we go. It's just going to stop, isn't it?
Yeah, coming through the left-hander, gets on the power, and he's got nothing.
I mean, look, it was P4, and he was going to lap it longer than everybody else. You know, that was the strategy they were on there.
So, Lucas Di Grassi and Jerome D'Ambrosio, right, are in 1st and 2nd places. They don't have to pit again, but they're a long way ahead of the rest of this queue. It's Lopez being given some instructions there, but here's Jose Maria Lopez, but he's not leading the race. Maria Lopez is not leading the race. Lucas Di Grassi is in the lead. He's coming through the middle sector now with Jerome D'Ambrosio behind him. If these guys want to win, they've got to get past Di Grassi and D'Ambrosio.
But these boys have got to get to the end, which I think is going to be a tough enough ask. Never mind that. And watch how quickly if Verne can close Lopez down.
So out of the final corner comes Lucas Di Grassi.
We'll see some lifting and coasting going on here, and he will be trying to maximise every bit of energy he's got and carry that speed through the entry and middle corner. There's a lot of dust on the track there. Look at that, go by the camera.
Oh, Buemi's lost a lot of time. Buemi in the pit stops there had a 1 minute 3 second pit stop. So that's too long. But also, Da Costa, and if we can get the pit stop times up, we'll show you, but Da Costa and Robin Freins, both of them did a 57-second pit stop time. Both the Andretti's were 3 seconds under the minimum time.
Is that a problem with their simulation going on and they've just miscalculated?
It seems strange that they're both sort of identical. The other problem that Verne's going to have is he's got less usable energy. So look how far back Buemi is now. There is Robin Freins, and there is Sebastian Buemi down in 10th position, having been in 5th place before the pit stops.
Yeah. We could do with a translation of that if we can actually do it. Safety car deployed again.
So is that for the, yes, that's for Loic Duval's car that has come to a stop there. That will obviously assist the folks who are running low on usable energy. This is turning into a bit of a brain mixer.
I don't know what the Brazilian is for, oh, your beauty, but that's just what Di Grassi said in the helmet and D'Ambrosio.
So, the order is thus. Oh, no. Okay, that's a disaster for Di Grassi and D'Ambrosio, actually, isn't it? Because it's the safety car. So their 30-second lead, gone.
Yeah, but they've still got more of a chance.
Oh, and the irony is Duval eventually gets going.
They've still got more of a chance now because of a couple of laps behind safety car. There's the damage where he hit his teammate. Of course, in a perfect world, it would have been full course yellow, but this is still better than running green till the end because I don't think they would have made it.
Now, I'm being told by Autosport's Formula E correspondent that if you speak French, apologies
for that. Even I understood that one.
I'm being told by Autosport's correspondent the minimum pit stop time is 57 seconds. The information I was given is that it was 1 minute, and every other team apart from Andretti did it in 1 minute or 1 minute 1 second.
We were told a minute.
So maybe Andretti and Scott Mitchell of Autosport are the only people who got that memo.
Yeah, it'd be handy if you did.
Right, so try and get your brain around this one, chaps. Sorry about this. It's lap 29 of 45. Safety car is out.
I think now we have a straight race, though. It just obviously the front two have got to be a little more careful with their energy than the rest. But they will be holding, even D'Ambrosio will be trying to hold back Lopez in the slower areas, and there'll be a queue forming. It's going to be very, very interesting. Look at that crowd.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. So safety car still deployed. Fastest laps of the race so far. Jean-Eric Verne now who has the fastest lap of the race.
You have more energy than them, but I don't know how.
See, you've got more energy than them, but I don't know how. Interesting top five. Sam Bird.
Well, okay, keep me updated, man. Keep me updated. Things I don't know, you know. So you need to tell me what is going on, you know, because I thought I was in the lead and I'm not in the lead, but just let me know.
You have to understand the driver, all he can see is the view out of his...
You've got 26% more energy than Di Grassi and D'Ambrosio. 26%.
So there we go.
All he can see is the view out of his helmet, which is like looking at a pillar, you know, a post box. Yeah. That's all he can see. He doesn't know the rest of it.
So I've now just been told that confirmation from the race director is that the minimum time is 60 seconds. So we'll get to the bottom of that one at some point.
Okay, 2:04.05.
Lap 30 of 45 here. And this is turning into quite a long race as well, actually, isn't it? We've already been going 42 minutes. It's flashed past, but we've still got 15 laps to go, so we're going to be close to the top of the hour before we get to the top. Now, we need to find out.
I have 15 laps remaining. Check the time,
Minimum.
If we're going to make it for an hour or not.
Maximum race time, 1 hour. Is that?
Okay, yeah.
Di Grassi's always thinking.
Yeah, and that's actually very tight, and he's actually very right. The safety car will be coming in this lap then.
Getting everything warm again, getting ready to go.
So we are 39 minutes now into this race. 15 laps. That's going to be close. Now, Robin Frains is under investigation for being under the minimum pit stop time. So, therefore, confirmation, it is 1 minute. I don't know where Andretti got their information from.
Where does...
Safety car is coming in this
At
lap,
what point
Lucas.
does Lucas de Grassi go, and how hard does he go in that first lap? Because, he can keep the lead, but then he's going to lose some...
But if he backs off, everyone's past him.
Yeah, but...
If he backs off, they've all got 26% more energy.
We'll see what happens in turn one, though, how aggressive you're going to be, and are you going to try and lift and coast into one, or are you going to wait till the rest of the, to the...
Now, supposedly, de Grassi has just been told that race time is not going to be critical.
Lucas, please change the laps remaining to 1:6:16.
So,
we're about to get going again here.
Here we go.
The safety car pulls in.
You have 16 my dash now.
So apparently late last night the minimum pit stop time got changed, and apparently Scott from Autosport and Andretti are the only two people who didn't read the bulletin. In comes the safety car, and we're racing once again here in Mexico City. Lucas de Grassi and Jerome D'Ambrosio are in first and second positions. Ironically, the positions they crossed the line in here last year, but they have got about 25% less usable energy than the cars behind. So Lopez, surely before too long, is going to steam through and into the lead of this race.
De Grassi sort of flicked it in, a bit of a Scandinavian flick.
Oh, here we go, look at this, Jean-Eric Verne. Verne up the inside of Lopez. They have a little bit of a rub, and Lopez holds onto the place for the moment, but he knows that's ultimately for the race lead.
Yeah, that's for the win.
Yeah.
That is for the win right there, but he did well to hang on because he was on the outside on the dirty part of the track.
Goodness me, so...
Those Mahindras, looks like one car.
Yes, indeed, and that's Rosenqvist trying to get past Heidfeld. Look at this, this was the look up the inside from Verne.
He would have made that happen, but the Dragon car in front just kind of blocked him in a bit.
But I think he only had that opportunity because the Dragon car in front was trying to save energy.
Oh yeah, absolutely right.
Fantastic stuff. So Verne has got, and Verne needs to know he has to get track position because he pitted a lap earlier than everyone else, so he's got
close.
A lap less usable energy.
He's
so
close,
here we go. Jean-Eric Verne for what will be surely the net lead of the race, closing in on Jose Maria Lopez. Not quite close enough.
What, that DS Virgin car goes in a straight line.
Yeah, you can see it, the car leaning as well on its outside as it comes through that right-hander. But de Grassi and D'Ambrosio, oh, there's the look again up into three. Can he get it done this time? They rub wheels again. He gets pushed out wide. He cuts across. Da Costa gets involved. I guarantee you, exactly. That's exactly what Verne was trying to do.
But he was pushed off, yeah. That was a tactical punt, wasn't it?
He pushed him off to say he went off.
Yeah, but come on. You can't push somebody off the track
anyway, drive through for pit stop time.
So Verne saying the chap behind anyway, don't worry, Da Costa, he's got a drive-through penalty for pit stop times. Here we go again. Tried to pull the same move.
Back. Yeah, really nice, but just pushed him off. Yeah,
he knew exactly what he was.
Of course he did. He's taken a very tight line through two, though, which I think is setting him up for that.
Yeah, but he has to give me back the position. I'm losing time.
But Jev, you didn't have the position. You didn't have the position to give back.
We can talk to him here. We can
give him a little call.
9:38 coming.
Jev sets the fastest lap of the race. On lap 26, that's old news. But here we go. Oh, it's so close there. And there's a problem for the Andretti car. That is Antonio Felix da Costa slowing down. And that allows Sam Bird to pile through up into 5th place. Da Costa running into troubles for Andretti now. So de Grassi and D'Ambrosio first and second, but Lopez is right behind D'Ambrosio. Here's a look at Verne, and that's where D'Ambrosio lost all the power. But second and third place is going to be absolutely nose to tail between Lopez and D'Ambrosio. This was a look again at a car slowing down on board with Felix Rosenqvist. But here we go, D'Ambrosio and Lopez.
Lopez just looks in control, and look at his usable energy compared to Verne. I mean, obviously there's a lap difference, but we've got a yellow flag in turn 2, which...
That'll be Da Costa.
Da Costa, yes. See if he gets closer. Yep, he's close. Watch this DS Virgin car go in a straight line now. And Lopez is going to have a go.
And he'll be lifting and coasting so early, but now Jean-Eric Verne will be behind this, saying this could be mon opportunity.
Bit of French there, Jack?
Yeah, exactly. Look at that, look how much earlier he had to brake. Jev's in exactly the same position again.
Lopez has got to have a go into 3 here. He's getting held up. Is he going to have brave now?
Oh! Back end stepping out on Verne.
As soon as he lifted off, it grabbed at the back.
Yellow flag. So are we going to see another, hopefully full course yellow, because they could just roll that car back in, or will they keep it there because it's not in that dangerous a position.
No safety car anymore.
No safety
And you
car.
have more energy than behind.
I'm surprised we haven't heard Degrassi yet saying this car's in a dangerous position. We need a safety car. That's what I'd be doing.
Yeah, indeed. Like, I just got a good, when Vern pushed him wide there, it was Vern saying, he ran into my fist. It was that
exactly
sort of equivalent, wasn't it?
D'Ambrosio is really slowing everybody down through the stadium section there, just to try and save some energy.
Thank you to Looking Spiffy for that comparison. Now, this is good news as well for Degrassi. It means he's pulling out
a margin. I cannot pass him, and I have burned that already twice, nearly put me off.
So that's Lopez saying, I can't pass. I'm amazed he can't pass. And here comes the fan boost from Sebastian Buemi. Here comes the outside. Look, oh, he's lost it. He's lost it and he's gone. Lopez bins it at turn 1. And what a shame. And Buemi bins it with him. Incredible. Buemi was trying to overtake around the outside. Goodness me.
Yeah.
So Lopez has thrown away the race victory.
He went to the outside to make the move, got on the dirty part of the track and got pushed out, and that was it.
Oh, Lopez is going to be so frustrated about that. And that means surely that, and here comes Piquet up the inside. That's going to be close. So's that. A little bit of contact as Daniel Abt tries to get through on Jose Maria Lopez, who then tries to go around the outside of Nelson Piquet. He's going to get hung out to dry there, which will allow Abt back up the inside. This is now all over. 11th place, fundamentally. Degrassi leads the race. D'Ambrosio second. They've got so much more less usable energy. Vern is now third and needs to close in on those two chaps in front if he wants to win this Mexico City Prix.
And this is where Lopez needs to keep calm and not let his temper get the better of him. There's our leader, Lucas Degrassi, and he's got a not a bad, tasty little lead there, but he's going to need all of that if Jean-Eric Verne clears that Dragon car.
Dark horse here, Sam Bird.
Yep.
Most usable energy of the top 4, right up behind Jean-Eric Verne. Here's a look now. Oh, that was a gamble, wasn't it, from Daniel Abt. Not close enough.
Never going to work, was it, really? And I think Daniel was using the fan boost. Actually, Buemi was using the fan boost as he went off.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it maybe...
Well, keep an eye. Here we go. So Buemi there pulls out. He's on the outside. So's he locks the rears, doesn't he? Locks the rears, and then look, an incredible synchronized spinning. I mean, that's like a stunt show.
I mean, both of them were on the outside. You're not going to pass on the outside there. It's too quick a corner.
Yeah, and you're just going to get shown the wall as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And then
Buemi's thinking, oh,
Buemi's on the grass, I think.
Thinking, no, I'm not going to hit him, surely. Yeah.
This is tremendous.
I tell you what, it's not lacked excitement.
No, indeed. Here's our race leader then, Lucas Degrassi. Across the line, 9 laps to go for the Brazilian. Second place is Jerome D'Ambrosio. Like I say, I'm still really impressed with D'Ambrosio.
1.68, so he should be flat out now, flat out.
So Bird should be flat out to the finish. Are we going to see him trying to attack Jean-Eric Verne?
Yes.
Looks to the outside, coming to the... It was kind of a rhetorical question, Dario, but thanks for chipping in anyway. And, so Bird is going to be pushing flat out. Surely these guys can pass D'Ambrosio, because surely he's got to be lifting and coasting like a madman.
Yeah, he is, but he's doing it in here. He's doing such a good job of it, and watch how much he slows them down through here. And these guys are thinking, come on, move! He is doing exactly what he should be doing. Look how slow he is, how long he's off the throttle through there. Yeah, fantastic. One of the things, to be able to do that, what they're doing, the cars have to turn very, very well. If you've got understeer at this point,
forwards
lifting and coasting doesn't work. You can't save energy.
Brake bias, as you're braking harder now.
Braking harder now, which means, yeah, he's pushing.
So go forward on the brake bias.
He's
now,
close. He's close. Verne
based
is
on
close.
the first stint, Verne could go a second a lap quicker than what he's doing now. Here they come across the line. Second, third and fourth is the battle here. Little look to the inside from Verne, but I think he's going to wait to his favourite spot.
Better watch, because I think Sam Bird's going to have a go. Look how he defends the inside, though. This is his natural line, Jean-Eric Verne's line. He's so tight through there, but then comes out. Yeah, Sam's putting himself in a bad position there. I wouldn't want to be putting myself in that position because it just gets squeezed up into the wall. And both Mahindras are there just waiting for something to happen.
Indeed, so this is the battle for second place. Degrassi's lead is 2.6 seconds. Verne, in theory, can lap a second a lap faster than he's doing now. So if he gets past D'Ambrosio, he should be able to get to the back of Degrassi before too long. This all came from Degrassi pitting while the safety car was out. Came out with less usable energy than everyone else, but at the moment, the game is working out for him.
Yeah, but time's ticking away for Jean-Eric Verne. You're absolutely right. Lucas Degrassi has done a great job, but he's still up against it. There's been no doubt here.
So here we go, on board with Verne.
I'm amazed.
You confirm you are on end lap stint 21.
12.21.
So we've got both the team radios open.
Not 14. It's not 14 something.
Copy. Jev will be getting close to flat out now as well. Jev will be close to flat out.
So they're saying that before too long, Vern is not going to have to do any coasting either. Here comes Vern to the outside. That's not going to work out, surely. And it's not indeed. But he's got, what else can he do, Dario?
Well, his move into one is going to be a low
But how much
percentage
energy
move.
is good? It's impossible.
He's doing a great job, I know.
Exactly, D'Ambrosio is superb.
You can run strategy 9, you can run strategy 9. He has not enough energy to continue at this rhythm. There you go.
Okay, so they don't think D'Ambrosio has got enough energy to continue. He's only got 3% more.
Less energy value, 10% less value.
But is that enough? Yes.
I tell you what, D'Ambrosio is doing a driver of the day kind of performance here. De Grasse is doing a great job, but to be under this pressure from behind with cars with 1 billion% more energy than you, it's exceptional.
Didn't he have it last year as well? There was all kinds of stuff going on and Buemi kept hitting him.
Yeah, exactly. Never has a quiet one in Mexico City, Jerome D'Ambrosio.
6.9.
It's so difficult to set up for that pass. They can't get the run out of the last chicane, which would set up the pass into one. You've got to get.
Is good. Battery temp is good.
And now here he goes again to the outside, but again he won't be able to go around the outside. And there comes Bird. Little bit of a touch. Is that going to allow Heidfeld or Rosenqvist to come through? It's exceptional. Mitch Evans, meanwhile, has got him into 7th place in that Jaguar, past Nico Prost. Great stuff from Mitch Evans. Another wonderful race from him. Adam Carroll, his teammates, 9th as well.
That's really good for them.
Whoa, there goes Rosenqvist.
Rule number 1, don't take your teammate out though. Neil Baggill and the boys would not be happy. I did it, did you say?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't? But yeah. But
did you ever do it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't my fault though.
So let's have a look at this. This is those Mahindras.
He's thinking, he locked the rears. It wasn't an attempted pass. It was oh no. His eyes got really big inside the helmet there. Yeah, look. Great driver by both of them.
So D'Ambrosio is doing our race leader Lucas Di Grassi a massive favour here, because now we've only got 5 laps to go.
So
we're on lap 41 of 45, and Lucas Di Grassi, if it stays like this, he's going to win this.
D'Ambrosio will be slowing down.
Yeah, D'Ambrosio's got to slow at some point. That's what we figured.
Yeah, because he's 4% less than Di Grassi himself.
But at what point does he do that, and how far ahead is Di Grassi going to be? Because then Di Grassi can really start saving more. Yeah.
This is fascinating.
Strategy 9 is okay. Strategy 9 is okay.
I wonder if strategy 9's like full power. You know, it's like that's 11.
Yeah.
It's like just give it everything. This is where he's got to set it up. He's got to get close enough to now to judge that speed of exiting this next chicane. So just judge that distance, get the braking just right coming into the chicane, and then jump from now there. Right there is the key point and how you get out. And he's done a very good job there. Very good exit. Can he make it happen?
The Faraday Future Dragon car of Jerome D'Ambrosio is in 2nd place at the moment.
7.67.
Sam Bird there on the radio just letting it, and well, D'Ambrosio knew it was a good run. He brakes. Where's Bird going to go in all of this? Can he get a run? Goodness me, this is proper defensive stuff from Jerome D'Ambrosio. And here comes Bird. Has he got the overlap? Has he got the overlap? Vern's on the outside. Where's Bird? Behind. Oh, there go the Mahindras. Bird gets a hit.
It's a fucking joke.
It's a goodness me joke, says Jean-Eric Verne. Apologies for the language, but that has allowed Heidfeld and that has allowed Rosenqvist to drop 2 places. Mitch Evans just got up to 6th place for Jaguar, and now here comes. No, it's Adam Carroll. No, it is Mitch Evans. Apologies. It is Mitch Evans. Yeah.
This is brilliant.
Now, so Verne getting frustrated, saying it's a effing jeffing joke.
Massively frustrating, but there's nothing he can do about it.
And D'Ambrosio's not doing anything wrong, is he?
No, absolutely not. He's done a brilliant job. But I think the circuit is frustrating for him, because every time he gets a run, one of these chicanes go, oh, there's Nico Prost making the move on the Jag.
Yep, Mitch Evans, so that's 6th place for Nico Prost. Right, across the line, 3 laps to go.
That Faraday Future Dragon car is so fast through the turn 13 area.
Oh, he's made a mistake. In the wall, not quite. Verne tries to get the inside. D'Ambrosio closed the door, but this has to be it now for Jean-Eric Verne. He's up into 2nd place, and he has now got to sprint if he wants to take Di Grassi and win the Mexico City Prix.
Watch the lap times now, this is it.
3 laps to go. And now Sam Bird's under pressure. Here comes Heidfeld, not close enough into 6 to get the move into the stadium section.
Bit of a naughty little weave there to keep him back.
And here comes Nico Prost, he hits him. Round goes Heidfeld, pirouetting in the stadium, and then a shunt, and the two teammates hit each other. Mitch Evans is caught up in all of that as well. They all get going. That's going to be a safety car,
yes,
and that could clinch the race for Lucas de Grassi.
There's bits of carbon. There's
he's got no
with 3 wheels, yeah.
Rosenqvist doesn't have a front right wheel.
Been let loose, so D'Ambrosio has been overtaken.
The teammates did not.
5 seconds lead, 5 seconds.
So here is Rosenqvist. He's going to try and get back to the pits. He's not going to be able to turn left here.
That all happened because Prost hit Heidfeld, and then Rosenqvist got caught up, and it wasn't teammates hitting each other.
No.
We haven't got a full course yellow yet.
The two teammates did hit each other, though,
yeah,
but not because of their fault. So, and here comes Sam Bird now. He's going to go around the outside. Can he get this one done? Oh, what a move from Sam Bird! Up into 3rd position. Lovely stuff from the Englishman. Past Jerome D'Ambrosio, who drops down to 4th.
And he's done it before the yellow flag there. The yellow is going to be just as we come round here. Fantastic move by Sam Bird.
Now, de Grassi's got this. He's got 8% usable energy. Vern's only got 9%, and he's 4.5 seconds up the road. This is Lucas de Grassi's. He's about to come across the line to start the final lap of the race here in Mexico.
And Buemi, P15.
Yes, he had a shocker come the pit stops. He must have got involved in all that crash.
So at this point, the championship gap, we were saying, oh, you know, Buemi doesn't even have to show up and he's going to be leading it. It's going to be rather close at the end of this race if Lucas de Grassi can bring this round. 5% is going to have to go easy.
Last lap for Lucas de Grassi. 5% left. That should be doable. 2nd place for Jean-Eric Vern.
3.8.
3rd is Sam Bird. 4th place. Great stuff. D'Ambrosio's not going to make it. He's on 1%.
Look, he's looking down.
He's done. D'Ambrosio's day is done, but goodness me, did he give us some fun. Mitch Evans could finish 4th here. Mitch Evans could finish 4th. Look, D'Ambrosio's hit 0. He's got no usable energy. He is out. He is done. But here comes Lucas de Grassi into the Foro Sol for the final time. The Mexican fans have been treated to something this afternoon here in the capital.
These guys are getting so close now with the usable energy, running it to the last 0.1 of usable energy as they come up.
D'Ambrosio's not going to make it, he's done, but Mitch Evans should be able to finish 4th here for Jaguar. What a result that would be as they come through the final corner. Here comes Lucas de Grassi. An early pit stop behind the safety car. Looked like a gamble, looked like it wasn't going to pay off, but it's victory for de Grassi in Mexico.
Fantastic. Gutierrez points on his first race.
Great job, great management, fantastic.
That to me is one of the most impressive drives.
Dinka's happy.
Exceptional stuff from de Grassi. Vern 2nd, Bird 3rd. Mitch Evans.
Congratulations! Thanks, team, thanks!
I think crossed the line before 4th position. Incredible.
Shall we talk to Lucas de Grassi?
Yeah, let's talk to de Grassi now. Absolutely incredible.
Lucas de Grassi, it's Dario in the booth. How did you do that?
It was just a matter of strategy, a lot of energy consumption. I'm so tired mentally. It was so exhausting. It was such a good race. Thanks, Dario.
What a recovery! Congratulations, my friend.
Yeah! Yeah! Woo!
So Lucas de Grassi victorious. Dario talking to him on the slowing down lap, and what a drive that was from de Grassi. Absolutely exceptional from the Brazilian. It's his 5th victory in Formula E, in the 25th race in the Formula E Championship. Here comes some donuts.
Listen to that crowd. Both Jaguars in the top 10.
Yep, Evans in 4th. Esteban Gutierrez picking up a point in his first Formula E race in front of his home crowd. I need to lie down.
I do too.
We've still got another half hour on air. It's ridiculous.
The altitude, you know.
That's the altitude, yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much for joining us over the course of this Julius Baer Mexico City E-Prix. What a spectacle. What a race. And golly,
didn't see that one coming, did you?
No, exactly.
Lost money again.
Absolutely exceptional stuff for Lucas de Grassi, and like I say, I think that was one of his best drives that I've seen him do in Formula E. He's had some good ones, but that was absolutely exceptional. So here's a look then at the results after 45 laps of frenetic racing. Lucas di Grassi winning just 2 seconds clear of Jean-Eric Vergne in the end. Sam Bird finishing in 3rd position for DS Virgin Racing. Mitch Evans finishing in 4th place for Jaguar. 5th, Nico Prost. 6th, Jose Maria Lopez. He had 2nd place right in front of him, but he binned it at turn 1. Where did I get to? Daniel Aptin, 7th place in the other app car. Carol Piquet and Gutierrez completing the top 10. Both Andretti's had a drive-through penalty. Jerome D'Ambrosio didn't make it to the end with enough usable energy. Felix Rosenqvist ended up in a shunt. Oliver Turvey was leading the race. Remember Oliver Turvey? He started on pole and ended up retiring from the lead of the Mexico City Prix. Exceptional race here in Mexico.
Well, we expected drama and excitement and surprises, and we got all of the above and so much more. We'll let Jack Nicholls take a rest now, gather a breath. Congratulations to that man, Lucas di Grassi, who came from the back of the field, did everything he needed to do to try to close the gap in the championship to his rival, Sebastian Buemi, whose luck was the opposite, and he finishes outside the points today. And congratulations again to Mitch Evans, who finishes 4th, his previous best, 13th in his young FIA Formula E career. And here's a special twist. All 3 of our podium finishers will drive right up onto the stage to be saluted by the crowds. Our Nikki Shields is there.
Let's just hope di Grassi gets to keep the victory this time. Of course, he was in this scenario 12 months ago.
Well, in a race as packed with action and even controversial action as we just saw there, you have to wonder what the race control is going to have to say about it. Nico Prost in 5th place, for example, after precipitating that big wreck in the stadium. You just don't know until the stewards have spoken. But for now, why not celebrate?
That's wise words there, Bob. You never know until the stewards have spoken. There's a happy boy.
What a move from Sam Bird at the end there.
Stunner. Stunning move. He got right on the limit, on the dirty part of the track, and made it count. Just, that's what he needed to do there.
And Jean-Eric Vergne, what a race for him. I think he probably thinks this track owes him one now. His 4th 2nd place finish, if my numbers are correct. Okay, let's go to the podium where Nikki is standing by with the race winner, Lucas di Grassi.
Lucas, I mean, after such a tough start, an incredibly impressive, quick nose change. How did you manage to get that 2nd stint to last so long in the car?
It was, to be honest, Nikki, I think it was just, I don't know, you can say luck, you can say God. After what happened last year, we had a good bit of luck. The mechanics did a fantastic job. We managed to do an incredible energy-wise race. And yeah, to bring the car home.
At what point did you suddenly think, I could actually win this race? Did you assume that, you know, Jean-Eric would be taking over?
No, after the pit stop, I thought that I could eventually make it because I had a big gap. But then the 2nd pit stop, everybody close by, and I had much less energy. So I had to drive my best. I had to really get all the recuperation energy, do all the most efficient, energy-efficient driving line and bring the car home.
Well, after a bit of a tough day for the team, you starting at the back and obviously then Daniel not be able to use his pole position, they must be very, very pleased.
After that shows how Formula E can switch from really heaven to hell in one go. I had a bad qualifying, I started 15th, had to do a tail change, but was last, and then managed to win, so very happy.
Congratulations to you and the team, well deserved, well done Lucas.
Hugs from Alejandro Agag. Lucas di Grassi referred to last year. That's when he passed for the lead and then basically disappeared around the corner. Went on to win the race, but one of his race cars was found to be 1.8 kilos underweight, and he was disqualified from the lead. Nicky pointed out, after what his teammate Daniel Abt went through this weekend, what an astonishment. There's a look at the standings. Sebastian Buemi now on 76 points, just 5 ahead of Lucas Di Grassi. Nico Prost remains in 3rd place, followed by Jean-Eric Verne. Now it's time to go back to Nicky, who's standing by with Sam Bird, I believe. Excuse me, with Jean-Eric Verne.
Jean-Eric Verne, I mean, a fantastic result for you finishing in 2nd, but you seem a tad disappointed that you didn't get the win.
Yeah, I'm extremely frustrated right now. I'm sure in 5 minutes it's going to be better, but D'Ambrosio ruined my race, literally ruined my race. He put me off track many times. I lost more than, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds in the race. Just finished 2 seconds behind Di Grassi. So, you know, we really want that win, and yeah, I feel that it's absolutely not the result we deserve today, but, you know, I will take that. Buemi is out of the points. We're coming back in the championship, and, you know, I'm thinking championship now. So any good position, I will take it. And every race, if we can come back a little bit, that's, you know, I will call it a good weekend.
Excellent. Thanks very much.
Well, I think Jeb is a man of his word. In a few minutes, he's going to feel a lot better about things. And I'll say once again, we need to hear from the stewards about any incidents that were reported to them. But nevertheless, the celebration goes on.
I was getting a bit worried about Formula E, you know. First three races all won by Buemi. He had a stupidly big championship lead, but now it's just 5 points. Absolutely incredible.
Now let's go back down to Nicky, and this time I am assured she is standing by with Sam Bird. Take it away, Nicky.
Jerome, because I was fighting with him.
Sam Bird, fantastic result back on the podium. For some great battles there with Jean-Eric Verne as well.
Yeah, good fun. I seem to always fight really hard with Jeff, but it was nice and fair this time, and I was really happy with my move with Jerome at the end. It's quite difficult to overtake here, but I did a couple of moves today.
So all in all, things are looking up for the Virgin team this season.
Yeah, 3rd and a 6th, so the team have scored some good points, so hopefully that's now the start of everything. So yeah, it was really good.
How do you think the mood is going to be back in the garage with Pachito?
He scored points, that's his best position so far. He shouldn't be down on himself. He led the race, and he's doing a fantastic job. So yeah, but you know, the crowd here, I've got to say thanks to everybody for coming out to watch, and thank you to everybody at home. I know it's late. Holly, get to bed. And yeah, really good race.
Nice one, Sam. Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. Great drive by Sam Bird. Here's another look at the incident that we are told has been reported to the stewards as Nico Prost got into the back of the Mahindra of Nick Heidfeld.
Yeah, he just clipped him. You see him there up ahead, 2 cars. Just clipped him, spun. These guys have got nowhere to go, and there's the result. So yeah, Nico Prost did cause that collision. It wasn't malicious, I don't think, but yeah. And then you see the 2 Mahindras hit each other. Oh, I tell you what, Jaguar finished P4, and he was and he was sideways there. That was that Mitch? Oh, good job, Mitch. He managed to keep it all together there. He's getting his watch. He's got a watch deal, so he's got to put his watch on for the podium, apparently.
All in a day's work.
Yep. I tell you, it was definitely. It wasn't one of those races everybody kind of did okay. There was winners and losers, wasn't there? You know, Abt, Evans, Carroll, Gutierrez, and yet D'Ambrosio, Turvey, Rosenquist, Buemi. Those were the guys that really had a bad day. So massive winners and losers. Look at that crowd.
I will say this, there are very few podium ceremonies in the world of motorsports that match up with what they do in Formula E. It's just spectacular, very well thought out.
And the passion from the Mexican fans, as usual, 100%. Just brilliant to see that. And how they support their athletes.
For all sorts of motorsports, whether it's Formula One, World Endurance.
Sam Bird.
And this is the best part, as the podium-winning drivers get a chance to exchange high fives with the crews and the fans.
The fans get good access to them. There were a lot of guys in the pit lane having a look earlier. A lot of them standing outside Gutierrez's garage as well. But again, great to see the passion. This tall guy and a little guy, look, different height. Brilliant.
Jean-Eric Verne is introduced to the crowd.
He's going to win one soon. Yeah, it's going to happen.
4 fighting runner-up finishes? Well, I would think so.
Yeah.
Techeetah team is really coming around with that Renault driveline.
And the organizational changes they've made to help everybody out. Yeah, absolutely. Big hat there.
There he is, sombrero in hand for Lucas de Grassi.
Many didn't think this was going to happen.
No one enjoys race victories more than de Grassi, does he? Especially when he's come from 15th on the grid, but no one is as elated when they make it up.
Yeah, he definitely enjoys it. And rightly so, it's hard.
Probably no one knows these cars better than Lucas de Grassi, who did so much of the development work. Time for the anthems.
Escuchemos ahora respetuosamente el himno del equipo ganador, el himno nacional de Alemania. Vamos a empezar ahora la presentación de los trofeos. Presentamos a Marco Parroni, representante de la firma.
Almost time for the champagne.
El trofeo al equipo ganador, ABT Scheffler Audi Sport.
Marco Parroni from Julius Baer presenting the team award. I know some of our broadcast friends have to leave us. Paris Hilton will present the 3rd place trophy. If you're leaving us, we'll see you in Monaco. And with the camera phones high in the air, everyone awaits the 2nd place trophy to be presented by Jose Abed, FIA Vice President. That's the international governing body. And huge supporter of the Formula E Championship. Presenting the 1st place driver's trophy will be Mr. Horacio de la Vega, Sports Minister for Mexico City.
La foto con los ganadores. Que se escuche el aplauso fuerte. Y ahora vamos a cerrar el podium con la Moon Champagne Celebration. Fuerte el aplauso.
Time for a little mums in the air.
I just picked up my microphone to say something, and I just didn't know what to say. I don't know.
That is unusual.
I know, I was going to give a
like
little summary to the race or something like that, and just... What can you say? It's just spectacular. What a race. The first 3 races of this season, perhaps not the greatest Formula E races we've ever seen. That one's up there. That one's up there.
Absolutely.
That's up there with London season 1.
Yep. Yeah, incredible.
I've had to, while they were doing that podium, I've popped a couple of paracetamol because I've shouted my way into a headache.
Oh, first today, Jack. This is unusual.
Well, congratulations on the race call. That was an awful lot of detail to keep track of.
Everyone at home's probably popping a painkiller as well after listening to me for an hour.
Us, Jack. I think we provide pain together.
But what a photo that's going to be.
Selfie time.
Brilliant. Things fell their way, but they took advantage of every little chink of light. Well, they took advantage of it.
Things fell their way because they saw the opportunity. They were down at the back. There were sort of 5 cars at the back that could have taken that opportunity.
They had to change the rear wing.
Oh yeah, that as well. I forgot about that.
He had a long pit stop.
That's teamwork, and that's twice they've done it. Hong Kong as well. No panic. Got the job done.
But what happened here, I think, really demonstrates that Formula E is more than just drive your race car till you run out of electricity, get in another one and drive it again. All of the permutations of strategy and technology and teamwork and driving skill, all of those things taken together make up a pretty fine championship.
And we see there, this is a team sport, and all the people that travel with the teams.
They're chanting his name.
Gotta love that. But it's a team sport, and there's a load of people back in Germany making all this possible too for this team.
And what an up and down day for them as well. They'd have started the day quite positively. De Grassi looked quick in free practice. Then he had a shocker in qualifying. Oh my God, this is awful. Then Abt put it on pole, fantastic. We could win this one. Then he got sent to the back of the grid. Their car started 15th and 20th on the grid, and they finished 1st and 7th. Just what a day for Abt Schaeffler Audi Sport.
Well, I don't know where you begin to choose the highlights from a race such as this, but you really can't go wrong. Let's see what's been chosen. Jack, lead off.
So, the 4th round of the 3rd season of FIA Formula E, with Jean-Eric Vergne looking pensive starting from 3rd place. Oliver Turvey would line up on pole for next EV Neo. At the race start, Turvey got a good getaway. Jose Maria Lopez a little bit slow, but Vergne wasn't quite able to get past the Argentinian and into the lead and into 2nd place. Everyone got just about safely through the first corner. Bit of a dramatic lockup from Nelson Piquet Jr. further back, but he managed to emerge unscathed. Very, very tight into that first turn, but as I say, there was De Grassi right at the back with he and Loic Duval. There was a shunt in the middle, bam! There goes Mauro Engel into the back of De Grassi. That meant De Grassi had to come into the pits. This is what it's like, getting rear-ended. Oh, thank you very much. And that was De Grassi in trouble, so he had to come into the pits and change his rear wing. Big lockup for Antonio Felix da Costa as he was trying to battle with Sam Bird, so what a different day it could have been for Andretti. A rear wing change for Lucas De Grassi, which felt to him like it would take an age, but because the safety car was out, he was able to catch up to the back of the pack. There was the safety car out to remove some of the debris from that incident at turn 3. Then the safety car came in and Sebastian Buemi was on the move going past Felix Rosenqvist. De Grassi too was on a charge making his way past Esteban Gutierrez, but he had an awful lot of places to make up. Then Oliver Turvey broke down from the lead of the race. The man who was turning 30 today, his race was over. And that brought out another safety car. So then we got the action back underway. The 2 Dragon cars managed to drive into each other, which wasn't particularly ideal. And then out they came again, with Lopez still leading the way. In 2nd place was Nick Heidfeld at the time, but by this point De Grassi had made his early pit stop and was running around at the back. It was very, very close coming out of the pits, and Jean-Eric Vergne was able to leapfrog Nick Heidfeld and move up into 2nd place. Loic Duval had a bit of damage to the front of his car. He also ground to a halt. Safety car was out again. That meant De Grassi and D'Ambrosio had way less usable energy than everyone else when the final period of green flag racing began. Jean-Eric Vergne was trying to get past Lopez. Went up the inside, pushed him out wide, and then got very frustrated. Frustration as well in the Techeetah garage. But they were all bottled up behind Jerome D'Ambrosio. This was Vergne again, this time trying to push the Argentinian over the runoff so he'd get a penalty, but that didn't really work out either. And then around the outside tried to go Lopez, but he spun. Around the outside tried to go Buemi, but he spun. The synchronized spinning knocking them both down the order. And then Jean-Eric Vergne was trying to still get past Jerome D'Ambrosio, who was in second place, and all this allowed Lucas de Grassi to spring clear up at the front. The two Mahindras got a little bit too close for comfort. They'd be getting closer than that in a couple of laps, make no doubt. There's the mistake from Jerome D'Ambrosio. Vergne tried to get up the inside. D'Ambrosio left him just enough room, and that was enough for Vergne to get into second place and set about the charge to close in on the race leader. Then Nico Prost hit Nick Heidfeld. They both spun around. Mitch Evans almost avoided them, and then Rosenqvist drove into two of them. Nico Prost is under investigation for that. And there, Mitch Evans in that Jaguar, getting absolutely smashed from every which way, but still managed to finish in fourth place. Rosenqvist going up in the air over the back of his teammate, but Lucas de Grassi emerged unscathed from all the utter carnage to release the fireworks, to release his chances of taking this title, because the gap now to the race lead, to the championship leader, is just 5 points. His 5th Formula E victory in the 25th Formula E race, probably the most defining of his Formula E career. An exceptional performance from Lucas de Grassi. He just couldn't stop shouting and screaming up on the podium as he stood on the top step at the Julius Baer Mexico City E-Prix, victorious, and now just 5 points behind Buemi in the race for the Formula E championship.
Well, that teaches me that our crew can pick virtually every highlight of this or any other Formula E race. That was exceptional. Thanks, gang. Once more, the final results of round 4 of this 3rd season of the FIA Formula E here in Mexico City. Lucas de Grassi with his 5th career win. Jean-Eric Vergne his 4th runner-up finish. Sam Bird on the podium once again. Then Mitch Evans improving his career best from 13th to 4th. Nico Prost once again is under investigation for causing that collision.
And so is Sam Bird for an unsafe pit release. So we may still have more twists to come.
They originally reported Jose Maria Lopez for that, and they corrected it to Sam Bird. So we'll see what happens. 11th through 20th, Robin Frins, Nick Heidfeld, Jerome D'Ambrosio, Sebastian Buemi. Boy, oh boy, after dominating practice, being disappointed in qualifying, and then he had perhaps a forgettable race, but he did pick up the 1 bonus point for the fastest lap. So Buemi moves up 1 point to 76. Lucas de Grassi with the bumper crop of points for the race victory moves to 2nd, just 5 points behind his rival. Pretty spectacular stuff as we get ready to start looking back across the ocean to Monaco at the beginning of the European swing. Here are the team standings. Renault Edams gain 11 points for a total of 122. This is provisional, of course. Abt Schaeffler Audi Sport still in 2nd place.
For weekly Formula E videos, click subscribe on the left-hand side. To watch the next one, click the icon in the centre, and remember to hit the like button and leave your comments down below.